I wasn't really expecting that. Thank you, Satoshi. All right, we're here for another episode of Trustless Degens, the show where we talk about pretty much insert buzzword here in relation to crypto. So we consider ourselves a crypto podcast. We like to run the gamut as far as different topics that we can touch on cryptocurrency. We've got two of our hosts with me today. We've got the Infinite, our resident normie.
What's up?
And I'm noticing we have wrecked Satoshi.
I'm back. Back to being wrecked.
I'm back.
Nice.
It happens.
So, yeah, gonna go with the resident normie. Like to do introductions as far as like how everybody's feeling today on the market, and then we'll go and actually look at how things are performing. But yeah, Infinite, how are you feeling today?
Dude,
market.
I am our resident perma bear. I don't actually feel I won't be it forever. You know, I think after the Fed gets done raising rates, and we see whatever turmoil with companies, the ones that are going to fail. I think we'll be off to the races after that. So I'm gonna put some markers on it this time. But yeah, bearish.
Okay, all right. And Satoshi.
I am cautiously bullish.
I like that. Cautiously bullish. Put that on a shirt.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say I'm in a similar boat with the cautiously bullish feel. Where I'm, not much has changed for me recently. I'm like, I still feel like it's pretty bear market feeling ish, but we're obviously in a certain type of bull run, depending on what market you're in. I guess if you were like only on Solana or something like that, you would be like, life sucks. But since we've matured past that, and we're over on Arbitrum, people, yeah. It's feeling pretty good. The biggest airdrop in history is tomorrow. Biggest crypto airdrop in history. Yeah.
I need a little of that.
See if they about to sell their airdrop and get out, or are they gonna be degens and spread it out a little bit?
See, Let's start on that really quickly. I want to ask the panel that, I guess. And I'll start with Satoshi. And then we'll go like maybe we should go with the normie.
Let's pick on him, all right?
Just curious, like what would you do with the airdrop? Let's see. Yeah, let's see. What would you let's say you participated on Arbitrum Infinite and you're going to get this airdrop tomorrow of tokens. So you know what an airdrop is, correct?
Yeah.
You're getting some free tokens given to you, basically. What would you do with your tokens? Are you going to sell them? Are you going to wait and see if it goes up and then sell them? Are you just holding them long term because these are the governance tokens of this blockchain and maybe believe in it? Or do you have other things in plan, like things that I'm not listing here? Just some ideas, like what might you be considering?
When it comes to those types of things, I like to do percentage splits. So, I'm gonna pick some random numbers. If I believed in the system and I believed in exactly what they're giving me, then I'd probably keep like 25% of it, and then I'd either sell the rest or put it in different bags. Like this is my super project. Let me make sure every project that I go into, that if I make some gains and I make some profit, I'm gonna keep stacking it here. And so I'd split it that way to where it's like there'd be the portion that I keep. If I believe in it's like 25% ish.
You fucking degenerate gambler.
You degenerate.
You consider that gambling though?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Wait your turn.
and then the rest of it, I would either put it into something else or I'd cash it out.
So you got 25% that you're keeping as is.
If I believed in the project, yes.
If you believed in it. Otherwise, you're just taking 100% out.
Yeah.
But regardless, 75% is leaving the table.
Yeah.
Regardless. All right. Satoshi, you had some opinions there. What are you doing with the airdrop? What's on the table?
I think I would do exactly what the Infinite just said, except for
I hate you.
I
He's
would.
like, you freaking degenerate. I'm like, yo, man. Actually,
mean,
I'm a degenerate too. And I'm like, wait,
yeah.
bro.
I'm like, damn, he would do what I would do with it. Yeah, I would just like sell probably 50% of it, and then put the other like keep it. No, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't keep 50%. I'd probably sell all of it and then wait for it to drop. Put some of it into some of my other tokens, and then take a little percentage of profits, and then if it bottomed out pretty well, maybe I'd buy back in. With Arbitrum though, Arbitrum's pretty interesting. I don't know. It's like there's a bull run going on in Arbitrum.
Yeah. So like,
So
yeah,
it's-
what's the right call
so
with the
it's weird,
token?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Um,
you did you do the optimism airdrop?
I did not make it. I had
That's
learned
well.
of it, and I just it was another one that I just missed, and I was like, I can't miss any more of these big ones. So I still need to do like ZK scroll, all that stuff like that, because I'm not missing those either.
I wasn't sure how hype the optimism community or their blockchain was before their airdrop, but it seems like after the airdrop, it kind of died down.
Yeah, they had like two places that I can recall that were pretty big, like Velodrome, and I forget the other one. It looked very much like a farm type of aesthetic that they were going for. I forget what it was called, but it looked it's very basic looking. Nothing very appealing, but whatever. The different strokes, different folks. But yeah, my opinion on the what I would do with the airdrop. It's tough. It's tough. A portion of my soul, my heart, believes that sell, so like right, sell some of it. You need to make something, right? But honestly, anything that they give you is profit. So you're already in like infinity profit because they gave you free money. And so it's really just like deciding what to do with this free money. And so the other portion of me, so there's one portion of me that's like, yo, sell it, forget what happened, like wait for it to go lower and then like buy back in. Even if I did do that, some of these other things I'm going to mention are going to like play into what I do end up doing, which would be like I've seen one strategy where people are talking about like they're going to be the perpetual dexes, so the GMXs and the GNSs are going to, and I don't know if like those specific ones, so I have to read through some of these threads myself, or if you listen to this, go do your own research. But they're going to be some of these perpetual dexes to let you leverage, go long or short, and they're going to have ARB as an option. And so people are going to go short or long ARB early on. And so like if I was gonna sell my ARB anyways, maybe like I sell like I don't know how much I actually need to sell, but I would basically like kind of like neutral that out and like hold so much and then sell some into USDC or whatever I need to sell it into, short it, and then short it for at least the same equal amount then, and then like but play with my bags in that sense, so that I'm like actually leverage for like whatever small amount that I give. It's free money anyways, so like might as well go like long. I can go long and short, like 100 200 whatever, might as well and let it ride.
That is
But like
some alpha right there. I definitely feel that shorting arbitrage.
you might as well do both. Like it's free money, so try out both directions and let whatever one ride, or make profit both directions, because you can always cut and just keep making profit. And then another portion of my bag I'll probably use in yield farms. I like to do so providing liquidity. It's free money to provide liquidity. Like it's like great. So you're telling me I can sell some instantly right now for money. I can also long or short it, so I can make more in whichever direction in case that I choose the wrong, maybe I want to like, sell now and I could have made more going up. So I'm going to make some money in either direction. And then I can just like put some over in liquidity farms and stuff and make a daily income for myself, hourly income. Like so it's going to be some mix of those that I got to figure out specifically, but that's and I guess a lot of that will depend on like where the price starts to come in, like when I first claim the airdrop. But I need to route through like what to do in case of whatever scenario.
That's
Howie.
that's you didn't mention percentages, but
Just
I was like,
trying to cover all of his bases. It seems like.
yeah, but like even still, you're like, yeah, I'd get a little crazy with some of it. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get a little crazy. I'm gonna super roll that dice and do the best out of that, and it's gonna make money one way.
I mean, because you can
ride it right.
Because like in this case, I mean, like if you can, if as long as you find a leverage DEX, and you're comfortable with going like whatever, you might as well like you were saying, like I could sell 90% of it. I could take 5% and put it in yield farms, and it would be like it suffered from a permanent loss, but it would start creating me some type of income, and then I could take the other 5%. Whatchamacallit? Right, there was and leverage it in whatever direction. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like depending on how much you leverage, so I wouldn't like 3x, it would like 10x, like 20x. And so it's the position that I'm leveraging or shorting or whatever is about as big as whatever I sold or more. So it's like just no loss in my opinion in doing things that way. So I'm gonna try. Like you said, got to figure out the percentages. That's like the biggest port. But some things I'm going toward that type of strategy. All right. And so we got it on the day. Let's look at how the market's actually doing. We're going to use CoinGecko for this, so take it with a grain of salt. CoinGecko. All right, but it's looking like Bitcoin up in the last 7 days. However, down in 24 hours. So it's like it's wherever you're coming in at. I know. Again, I'll bring up like that case where I had like a dinner with some folks like a week or so ago, and like they were like you're talking to normies, and they're like, oh, the market's down, right? Well, like yeah, if you don't know anything at all, and you're like, oh yeah, I heard the market suffered today. It did, but up 12% on the week and down 2% is still pretty dang good. That's beating like the average of like a lot of like that's killer. You're doing phenomenal. You don't care about the 2%, really. You're like,
what we did today was so fucking bullish. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here for real? I was just like, what the fuck? Did we really just do that? I hope so, but we still have to come up and kind of make a new high. But we made a new high today, I think, which was wild. Like right before the FOMC. Well, not a new high, but like it was a higher high on the trend for the uptrend. So I was like, dude, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. I'm going to keep it short with the top 10 update today and just say that when we're looking at these top 10 overall across the board, as far as the 7-day, everybody's pretty much up. We might have like Dogecoin or something like that suffering. Look at, oh no, you all right, Doge. Look, you did okay this time. But like everybody's pretty much up regardless. So yeah, it's all relative. And this is kind of why they say, time in the market versus timing the market, waiting for a bottom or whatever is like, sure, maybe you catch it, but chances are you don't. And in the meantime, everybody else has been like enjoying this stuff since like, what did Bitcoin like bottom around like 16, 15 or something like that? It has been a crazy ride. Like every $100, like things are happening on these different blockchains if you're paying attention to stuff. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, general outlook on the market looks pretty bullish. As Satoshi was saying, with the FOMC meeting today, and I'll pop that up on screen here today, just as far as some article titles. In case anybody doesn't know, this is basically a meeting between or from the Federal Reserve where they meet themselves and then they have a press conference afterwards. And so they kind of discuss like their meeting notes and let the public know like this is the plan going forward. And so this is where they decide whether or not they are going to increase interest rates, do rate hikes or cut interest rates. And the markets typically react on these meetings. Like, markets can react on open and close, and markets react on big events. This is a big event. And it's an event that's really like correlated with the market. So I was telling my partner earlier, I was like, yeah, you should see like the chart when the FOMC happens. Like you like see like normal movement in the chart, and then all of a sudden like it's just like a Richter scale. It's just like up and down like crazy. Like it's going up like $50, down $30. Like the charts are just going wild. And it's like, yeah, okay, well, and if you didn't know this was happening, you would be like really confused maybe. But yeah, it's actually something that you can kind of plan for. not that you can plan totally for the response. Market does kind of bake in some of the I don't know, price speculation, but yeah, FOMC. What do we decide to do? Increase interest rates by 0.25%, so half or a quarter percentage point.
Mhm.
Yeah. Let me ask the crew. Like, what are you guys' opinions on the FOMC today? Their decision.
Just to raise rates, because I didn't watch it. I just listened for the rate hike or not hike, or whether or not they were going to lower it. But
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
I think it's the right thing. I mean, they say this is the tool to deal with inflation, and maybe it'd be cool if they had other tools, but if we really want to make sure that goes away, this is the right path forward. And I'm not going to pretend to be like a super expert or anything like that, and I'm not saying anybody is pretending to be that, but everybody I listen to is like, hey, if we want inflation to go away, this is the steps we need to take, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to be painful. And maybe if we go into a recession, they'll pause right then and there, and that'll be the end of it. So, as far as everything that I know, it's the right move. It's just, can he hold out and continue doing the right thing?
All right. Before we get Satoshi's opinion on this, I gotta ask you guys, like, do you think Jerome Powell like types in FOMC afterwards and sees these images and he's like, I look like a badass on that greenback? Like, no?
I
No,
would if I was him.
no.
Nah, I would.
Nah.
Exactly. I would. I'd be like,
I'd be like,
you
hey,
you
y'all
did me
motherfuckers
right,
just-
internet. You did me right.
Yeah.
I see what y'all be doing to yelling and Elizabeth Warren, Biden. I see what the internet, like, he could be treated a lot worse than this. So
I mean, that's true. It's just, I'm sure he gets enough negative opinions that at some point you just got to tune it out. And he's got like one of the most important jobs,
sit there.
in America at the moment. And it's like
The
everybody
war.
probably hates. Yeah, they just probably hate. It just, we're mad. We're not getting what we want. And it's like, okay, guys, doing my best here.
I was listening to him speak earlier, and it made me think. I was like, of the congressmen and women that I've heard speak and whatnot, and different people in the financial sector, I feel like, or specifically like to government, I guess. I feel like Jerome Powell, and I guess they're outside of the government. Maybe that's why. But he is like a very good speaker and very good at like answering some of these questions that are kind of like, out of left field. Like, they're just throwing all sorts of questions at him, and you got a room full of people from different states, just like, haha, let me see if I can trip you up. We got you for an hour, and that's all I'm trying to do. And he handles it really well, actually. So I'm like, okay, this is, like Jerome Powell is you're obviously a very intelligent person. And even when when he doesn't have the answer for things, I'm like, okay, he does it in a nice manner. There's some kudos points for Jerome Powell right now. Now we're done. I'll never say another nice thing.
Well, I was about to say, wow,
never. I might. All
You
right,
can say nice things about Jerome Powell. I mean, I do feel like I actually tried to watch and listen to the meeting this time because I felt like it was going to be historic. And I mean, yeah, he kind of makes you feel calm, not like when the other guy went out there on Monday and told us that everything was fine. Like Jerome actually, like, it seems like he's been here before, so it's just like, okay, he at least appears to believe what he's talking about. So it's like, okay, but yeah, the 25 basis point hike, and then he just said a bunch of stuff about how the economy is going to be okay, basically.
Everything's gonna be all right.
But he kind of put me to sleep. Like, I fell asleep for like an hour, and I woke up. I was like, he's still talking. I was like, whoa. I was like, what did he say? And then I went and checked the market, bro, and I was like, ooh. He didn't say nothing good, bro. I was like, devastation. And I was like, all right, well. I was like, this is a short term. It's like, this is short term right here. But hey, it looked pretty ugly for a second there.
That's what I think. I do think it's short term. I feel like whenever I look at like charts of like, and I'm mostly like charting Ethereum, but like it's very similar to the Bitcoin chart, right? Or the market chart. I feels like there's potential for like a head and shoulders pattern, which is just like a typical trading pattern. I know, like, is it actually going to follow a pattern? You could do whatever, right? But in general, it really looks like that. It looks like we have one like lower shoulder, the head, and then a much higher shoulder. And I feel like I was also telling myself that, like, you know what? Like when we were down at the head level, I was like, I bet this could play out like this ugly looking head and shoulders where we get this week. And it really looks like it now. It really kind of looks like it now. So I'm like, yeah, we went down today, but I don't know. I feel like that could just be part of this bigger play and move up, like forming that full body. Yeah. Let me go this one. I just want to try that out real quick. So yeah, that's the FOMC. Wanted to mix things up a little bit. We're gonna keep it on a somewhat of a governmental proby level of things, of topics. We were talking about, I think it was the Infinite was asking about whether or not people are getting sued. Dun 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 dun. That's not the title of the thing. SEC. It's an inside thing at this point. SEC sues Tron founder Justin Sun, Lindsay Lohan. Not Lindsay. She gave us Mean Girls. You know. I just recently discovered that Rachel McAdams was the blonde girl in Mean
Regina
Girls.
George.
Yeah, Regina. Yeah.
Classic,
I said that to my partner. She was just like, "Are you serious?"
Yeah. Where have you been at?
It was just like the look on her face, and I was like, you know what? You don't know all sorts. You don't know what the cat daddy is. You don't. I said I was going hard in the paint the other day. You gave me a look.
Bro, I could have swore that that Eric was gonna be here to just
Man, it's perfect timing.
Tee off on Justin Sun, you know.
Man,
I just knew he would.
There's time to for a little text to just zip in there. Like I saw it. I was just
he shared it in the he shared it in our chat.
Something could have been. He could have been in the RPG of the Grand Theft things. But other celebrities, man, Grand Theft audience. That is a game that's not dying. Grand Theft is credits. Great game. But yeah, so basically, SEC has been suing a bunch of folks. Justin Sun made the list. Congratulations. I feel like Satoshi was talking about who are you saying got sent what earlier?
Coinbase got a Wells notice saying that think it says that possibly some of their tokens are unregistered securities.
What do they know? All right. Yeah, Soulja Boy also on this list. It's a shame.
Damn.
Fucking Logan Paul. Or Jake Paul, whichever one.
Soulja Boy up in there. Oh.
I think it is Logan.
Yeah.
With Crypto Zoo and whatnot.
One of the Pauls is on. I saw him. I typed it in, and his face was on it. He had his own article cover, so he's getting his own spotlight somewhere else. But it says Sun and his companies, Tron Foundation, BitTorrent Foundation, and Rainberry, were accused of having, since August 2017, schemed to distribute billions of crypto assets known as Tron, BitTorrent, and artificially inflating trading volume. Well, everybody's been speculating for a long time that Tron is like what's up with the trading volume on Tron? Like nobody's really surprised about that. Like if that's the case. Like they wanted that view. They wanted that appeal. But at the same time, I do hear from Wales that it's a nice place to be.
until fucking until like USDD starts depegging or some shit.
Yeah, until USDD starts depegging. But I'm like, you just get it free. I don't know, I'm getting my USDD for free right now. So I'm all good on it.
So you don't care if it goes to 50 cents, huh?
I mean, I would like for it to stay at $1, yes, so that I'm getting my full USDD worth. I would like for that to happen, yes. Would not like the opposite or any other outcomes. Cool. But yeah, SEC having their fun. I feel like there's some other. I don't know what this one was. This is a Rex Satoshi one. Keeping it on the judicial level. You got Texas Senator Ted Cruz. I'll give a what's her name from Saturday Night Live. Oh, she's no longer there though. She like left.
Yeah.
She'd always do Ted Cruz. Can't think of her name right now, but whatever. Ted Cruz introduces a bill to ban the Fed from adopting a central bank digital currency. I don't know how to feel about Ted Cruz when it comes to crypto. I'm like Ted in general. I don't know. I feel like Infinite knows my Conklin person, and I feel like Ted Cruz is like the Conklin of the government. It's like
That's
I don't know.
Terrible. That's bad. Hey, everybody, that's bad. That's not good. That was not. Hey, he's not giving no kudos. All right, he is dragging that man. All right, he's dragging him bad. It's just like we're not gonna go into how bad, but it's bad. All right, look at my face. I'm serious. It's bad.
Stop. We love him. We love him.
Do love him. We love him.
We don't know what to do with him.
Ted Cruz is a very senator, and I cannot say that I agree with anything that he's ever done before, but I am here for this one.
Yeah, that's I'm like, and that's why I'm like so like I'm like I don't know what to do with you, like like and Conklin's a good guy, it really make you laugh sometimes, and then sometimes they just do things that you're just like I don't know what you. That's a child. Why are you saying that to a child?
No, you can't take him nowhere. And sometimes you mad you brought him to your house. Yeah. You're like you're good enough to be around, but I'm just really.
But that's Ted in this.
I'm not sure if you should be here right now.
So I got it right on the head. That's Ted Cruz. If you didn't know Ted, now you do. That's how you feel about him, whether you realize it or not. At some point, Ted's gonna whether you're a Republican or Democrat. I feel like at some point Ted's gonna say something. You're like, kind of agree with that, but I don't like you. I don't know that I like you.
I don't really like you. I need you to know that we're not going to be friends, but what you just said right now is okay.
Stop. So yeah, not totally against this. It seems like a rational,
I like Texas too, though. I like Texas. Texas is a cool state. They have a lot of cool people down there.
Yeah,
but
I've only been to the airport. Can't say much. All right, keeping it on the same trail. This is another. It's like they're in like a house type of situation, and I'm really just going to show you guys the video today because this old guy. It doesn't take you a minute and 32 seconds to hear what he says. This headline right here actually is exactly what he says in 5 seconds.
Okay.
But
okay.
He basically is blaming social media for talking about it, and that's why Credit Suisse was in this situation.
That's what they're all doing. They're trying to make it seem like they want to make laws against people talking about these banks on fucking Twitter and shit. Like,
cool when people getting canceled, but now that it's the banks,
the First Amendment, where you gotta maybe not tell people what they can and can't say. I think it's kind of cool when it works, but it's like these banks are looking sus, and we all been known it, but can't blame social media. Come on, sir. Like,
yeah.
Can you tell us who? Can you tell us who touched your bank on the Twitter?
There is a case to be made, but not the one he's making. If people are intentionally spelling false rumors that essentially work as like defamation and so on and so forth, that's one thing. But it's like people are telling the truth, so it's like it don't work in this case, in my opinion. Yeah. But that's just me.
Sam, yeah, I'm like, you can't not wanting people to talk about how things actually operate is not the way to have something operate. Like, that's not like oh no, people are becoming educated to how it works. Oh, stop them. Like, that's actually kind of like what they're like. It's like, dude, you can't be like, people should know. They should know these things though. Like, so it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, now everybody knows everything about your company now. Cool. Do they still want to use your company? Well, not now that they know everything about. Then maybe it wasn't the most solid company. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's how everything else works. That's how you got everybody else working. Everybody else company is supposed to work that way, but this one just, I'm above the radar. Shoot.
And there's plenty of companies that end up in that like weird defamation kind of situation to where people will drag them on the internet, and they make it. It's like plenty of people complain about Amazon, plenty of people complain about Google and Apple and all the other places, but they still move. They still chugging along.
All right. Pair these two up together. I got 2 fun articles coming up for you guys. Let's jump into the first one. Let me make sure it doesn't say it. Top of this. Okay, cool. All right. We're gonna play it. It's game time. It's you two in the audience. You two. We're gonna play. What does this thing say? The only 2 U.S. cities that are affordable for new home buyers. This article says. From the Hill. I can give you guys a little bit because it's a big country, right? We're talking about United States cities. It's a big country. They are both in the Midwest.
I am going to guess.
Hit it. Oh, it starts scrolling down. Okay, well, yeah, I'm not showing you guys yet. Great.
I'm gonna say if you're saying Midwest, I'm gonna say maybe like Kansas City and Oklahoma City.
Kansas City, Oklahoma City.
Oh, you said cities. I was picking states.
Yeah, cities. Okay. And like, hey, like it was brought up in conversation the other day. The Midwest is a large, unlogical
most of the
sense
country.
of the country. Yeah, it doesn't.
It's like most of it.
Yeah. What?
That's
but it just lets you know that it's not against the 2 edges. It's not against any the 3 edges. It doesn't encompass those. Everything else is the Midwest.
Full on like 90% of our country is like, somewhere in there, But cities, I gotta reframe it.
Cities where we get that affordable home buyers.
I'm gonna guess
somewhere. Let's get this guessing.
In South Dakota, although I don't know any cities in South Dakota. And I don't know why, but maybe. I guess let's consider more down to south, though.
You have 5 seconds.
Let's go with somewhere in Wisconsin.
Dude.
I don't know. Yeah, there we go.
1. We're going with. Okay, Green Bay. Green Bay. Cool. Great. Cool. I like it. Okay, whatever. Green Bay. I already know the answer, so I'm just gonna give it out now. The answer is number 1 is Cleveland.
Really?
Cleveland.
Wow.
Cleveland is number 1 on the list. I feel like they left some cities out like Detroit and stuff. I don't know. I feel like they did like a what cities the people want to live in. I'm like, oh, but then people want to live in Detroit. It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you might want to take that back.
It's tough.
It's
tough.
Might want.
No, dude. Lily would be talking to me about that. She'll be like, yeah, what do you think about what about if we moved to Detroit? And I was like, well, how would we? Why would we move to Detroit? It's just like, oh, I heard, it's like the art scene and it's like bustling and blah blah blah. I was like, it's Detroit. I don't know.
It's Detroit.
I don't know. Like you from the West Coast, you got dreams and stuff. Like, they trying to go to Detroit like that.
But you do like Michigan, so
I do. Michigan's a beautiful state.
Yeah.
Actually, look. I dig Detroit a bit. I don't know that if it's like for my people of color out there. It's like being the one to like integrate at a new school. Like, yep, my family's gonna do it. Oh, cool. It's gonna be a great experience. You're like, there's gonna be something. There's gonna be some pushback, and that's like moving to Detroit. Maybe some type of pushback. I'm sure it can be fine in other places. I do like a bunch of different portions of this. Anywho, the other city is Pittsburgh. So I wanted to just include this little fun there. Also, I don't know. I like Cleveland. Pittsburgh's a cute city too. The thing about Detroit, I'll give Detroit some props. You can probably live downtown Detroit for a decent price and have like a nice little loft and stuff like that, and all that's nice, in my opinion. But yeah, that's a little something from the hill. What was this next? Oh, okay, this is back into the crypto sphere. But for people that want to do normie stuff, you want to do normie investing, that was for you, basically. And that was for like people with a median income of like, what did they say, like $65,000, and they were considering that to be like affordable for you. DeFi Llama website splits as one of the founders pushes for crypto token launch. Now, yeah, I know Satoshi saw this. Like, any opinions on that or anything that you read on that you found interesting this week?
The only thing is, I'm afraid to fucking go to DeFi Llama now. Like, I don't know what the fuck's up with that shit.
Come on,
Like,
man.
damn, man.
Well, I didn't get to read the article. How did it split? Like, as in, like, there's two different websites, or
there were two different there's still two different websites. They now push to the same place. The law. Yeah, this is articles like a few days ago now. They've made up. The llama's made up, I suppose, so they made up. But it did kind of send the internet in like the crypto sphere, like, oh, what the hell? Why is DeFi Llama like, you guys are one of the, it's just a data aggregator. So they just pull information for people to use that's useful. However, at this point, certain dApps, like certain people use it for integrations that are pull information from. And it's just like, for ease of life, you're just like, let's not have you go under. It would be like, even if you like never go to McDonald's and you're like, dang, McDonald's is going down. I don't know. I always felt some type of comfort knowing that you were there.
yeah. When you said it, I was like, oh, wow, this is that ain't good. That don't feel right.
Yeah, that's not cool at all.
It was not cool.
I'm about to go to DeFi Llama right now.
Yeah, so llama.fi will route you to DeFi Llama. We are actually about to go to DeFi Llama right now as well. So we have this.
You said which site? How do you get to it?
Llama.fi. Like they bought all the llama names. Just DeFi Llama and llama.fi. But that'll also route you right back here to DeFi Llama for a short period of time. Those two were separate. And so DeFi Llama existed and llama.fi was from the rest of the team. But I guess the person who controlled like the front end of the website and stuff like that was like in favor of this token or whatever. And now they're like, yeah, we can come to a consensus and we're not going to do the token and blah, 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 blah. And everything's back to normal. Sorry for fighting, guys. That was literally like the messages they sent out on Twitter in response to this stuff. So it was just like, wow, like the parents just got done fighting. All right, cool. Thanks. We'll go back to degening.
Bro, it scared me because I downloaded that extension. And let me tell you, I don't know what the fuck it even does. It just like kind of verifies that it's a crypto site or some shit. It's fucking like,
I don't know if I need that, especially when I can just have GPT-4 make one for me.
Yeah. I don't know.
You could. I need to really step up my AI making the code for me game. That was like the first thing that I asked AI before I even saw like an article about it. I was like, so you telling me this thing can probably code? Like, yo, make this. And it was like, oh, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, you're going to save me time. It's a beautiful world we're living in. Before I jump into this next topic of, was it more AI? I can't remember. But before we jump into anything else, I wanted to check out DeFi Llama really quickly. Just take a notice of what we have for the TVL in DeFi right now, saying 48 billion, almost 49 billion. This is down about 12 billion or so in the last week or so. down about 12 billion. I think pretty sure it was like 6 billion. Let me make sure that's accurate. I guess this chart would let me know. Sure, we can really go in here. Yeah, we was up here. We was up in this range. 10, about. Oh, not even. It just felt like it was more like 3 bill. That's not bad. We're good. We're in good shape, guys. I think we're in good shape. We're of course down a lot as compared to the bull run, so we got a lot of ground to gain again. But once we get back there, that feels amazing. Not much change in the top DApps here on DeFi Llama, and we're not going to spend a bunch of time looking into these. Before we move off of here, just to give people a little bit more knowledge on what this is and the topic that we were just discussing, whatnot. So obviously it's aggregating a bunch of different data right here. This is how the website generally works. And if you didn't want to just like see, oh, that's how much money is locked in this protocol, that's the market cap of it, it's the change in the money flowing into it over days. You can also do things over here like check out yields on different blockchains or different protocols. There's all sorts of cool settings, like if you wanted to only see yields for stable coins or yields that are only have no impermanent loss. So this is like somebody with like a super low risk tolerance. Like you're like, I'm going to put 100. Like if you were like the type of person, you're like, I've always wanted to put some money into cryptocurrency, but I don't want to spend money. You could like put like your first like however many thousands of dollars or whatever it is, or hundreds of dollars in something like this, like a stable coin pool, and earn an APY, and then use that to purchase the other cryptocurrencies. So that's not financial advice, of course, but like that's a process of like going to that. That's generally what you do in yield farming in general. Like you don't have to buy every token. You can just hold the tokens you believe in, earn something, and then whatever you earned, you can just sell a portion of it if you want to, or all of it, and buy up other tokens. You just created yourself another income stream. But yeah, that's how you can break this down over here. So I just did it by straight up stable coins. If I took this off, I could just see like other things, and you can go by whatever blockchain you're interested in. So I often come in here, I'll set it to Arbitrum, I'll look for specific tokens or whatever. Just have a good old time. Just have a good time. It was really just cut loose. Yeah. Have either of you been using DeFi Llama any since we started this show?
I was using it a lot to actually look at I wanted to look at where the stable coins were going from week to week, which I think is an interesting way to kind of see where the pumps for tokens will be coming from, or at least which ecosystems are active and stuff. So it was interesting. It was definitely tracking with what I was hearing from people. Like when people were on they were on like Kava hard like a couple weeks ago, like maybe a week or two ago. Mm-hmm. Surely enough, on DeFi Llama, the stable coins for Kava was like 100%. Like it's like week over week change. So it's definitely pretty interesting. I think it's something to definitely track. And then when I was messing with Sliz, I was looking at their total value locked that was on there, which was interesting to kind of see the market cap kind of go up with the total value they had locked on their protocol.
Yeah, I remember when that TVL was going down.
Yeah, going back up now probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it went like the token price itself went down to like 8 or 9 cents. It's like 18 or 20 cents last time I looked. So quite an increase. Yes, sir. Which that reminds me, because I was looking at it and I was like, I was looking at my wallet one day and I was just like, why is there all this Sliz here? I just had a bunch of Sliz tokens. I was like, why is this here? How long has this been here? I hope this is from when it was regular, like 9 cents. I really don't. I'm like,
where did I get this?
I was literally just like, what? Why are you here? I don't remember pairing you with anything. Please just be gains. Just be gains. Oh man. Problems with wallets. Something fun we like to look at here. before we go into our next article, is ultrasound.money. So just letting you know how Ethereum is doing in terms of its burn rate and being deflationary. We push this here. We can see where Ethereum was projected to be. If it was it not deflationary, you can also see where Bitcoin is projected to be. And Bitcoin is pretty much going to stay on its target, right? And then you get Ethereum. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, this monstrous divergence. It's sexy, dog, right? Yeah. In terms of supply change, the max that I saw this at was like negative, I want to say 168 or something like that. Was it? You know, I feel like it reached that. I feel like if I like roll this around, I'm gonna get that eventually. But I feel like it was like a little bit higher than this, and maybe that's why we're starting to see this tail off some. Hopefully we don't start going back up, but regardless, it's been a nice little period of deflation for Ethereum, way underneath where we were before. But if you're interested in that, come over here, check out this website, ultrasound.money. Just scroll down here, you can see the different things that are leading to Ethereum's being deflationary, what's burning the most ETH on mainnet. You see Arbitrum up there, NFTs holding down the spotlight with OpenSea and Blur. Oh man, I hate when OpenSea is ahead of Blur. Go Blur, go Team Blur. Sorry, OpenSea folks. MetaMask. Yeah.
What is your beef with OpenSea, man? What have they ever done to you?
Insider trading. Quick. That's it.
Cannot believe you just said that.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, you're right though. When he's right, he's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I got like more remorse for like Nancy Pelosi. Like, yeah, you know, at least somebody like invaded your house. I feel bad now. Like that people took it too far. OpenSea, I don't know. I feel like they just got slapped on the wrist. They're like, keep the millions, just do it quieter. Like, yeah. Also, if you didn't know about the Nancy Pelosi thing, it's horrible. People. Let's not get in the politic area unless it's about crypto.
I've been trying hard to limit my politicalness.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. This is somewhat of a political divergence slightly. It says say goodbye to. So it's gonna make sense. I'm gonna combine the two. It'll make sense. It says say goodbye to coding. Microsoft launches Power Platform Copilot. So I actually had heard about like something like this. I feel like before from some developer friends. I feel like they were talking about this specifically. But it says as soon as OpenAI launched GPT-4. And that was a buzz with Microsoft, which is one of the biggest investors in GPT, Chat GPT parent company. I feel like they like bought it or something like that. Not for nothing, almost new AI appears. Microsoft products such as Bing Search, Edge, Office 365. We don't know how long it will take for AI to replace office workers. So I wanted to show this just because I'm always looking for cool things that like kind of integrate like AI with coding. That makes coding a million times easier. For you just tell the AI to do it and you just gotta learn how to connect the pieces. This is how the new generation is going to be doing it. This is their new Google for like coding and stuff like that, and they're all going to become coders because it's super easy now. They just got to understand. Like that's the funny thing about, I don't know, have you guys tried like learning coding at all, like and like have experience with that?
Nope.
I've tried it a few times.
Yeah, you try to be Johnson associate. I feel like you know, they call them coding languages or programming languages, and like once you start to like understand what you're reading, it really does, you know, it formulates sentences. You like you look at code, like if I'm gonna look at a Solidity contract and I actually know how the Solidity, like, you know, each portion of it works, it's like forming sentences. It's like bear is this, if this happens, if that doesn't happen, do this. And like it's like that's the entire block of code. And it's like actually like you have to know what those symbols mean. Those symbols mean the ifs and the then, like they mean certain letters or certain words or whatever. But yeah, it's really cool in that sense. So I think, yeah, this younger generation, not to get too off tangent with that, I think this younger generation is pretty much going to learn that, like, you know, all what tripped me up the most in coding was making sure that everything pieced together was in the right order, the grammar of it, I guess it would be, right, in the syntax, but I could read it. And I imagine things like this are going to make it that much easier for these younger generations, where now they have something that can help them put that grammar and syntax together, and they'll have a lot more time to play around with it. I imagine the same way that I would just play around with a computer when I was younger. They're playing around with this, and you just have a much better understanding of some of these concepts. So I was going to tie this in with I forget what exactly the wording was, but this is just something that I kind of found funny to go with these, and I think Satoshi might be disconnected right now on the red bar. But I thought this was actually really funny, and it says Microsoft makes Bing with ChatGPT available to everyone. How to get it now? I thought this was freaking hilarious, to be honest with you. Like, it's like, oh, this thing has gotten more signups and whatever than like Instagram and all these other social media accounts and stuff like that. Microsoft's like, yeah, we're gonna get a nice chunk of that pie. And then you know what we're gonna do with it? Since it doesn't like connect to Google or whatever, we're gonna connect it to Bing, our search engine that nobody uses. I was like, what a power grab. They really said Bing. Okay, that's hilarious. So I wanted to make sure I put those. They're both to do with the same exact thing, and it was mentioned a little bit here. But I just thought that was hilarious that this GPT-4, like, it's like, now it can like search the internet, whatever, and we're using Bing. I guess, man, if you got it, put yours out. Meow. We lost Satoshi there, as I said before. But that's what the actual. I don't even want to. Like, okay, this is. I'm gonna go back to the screen that we're on right now. But I saw this, and so you guys have to see this. It's a split of Ice Spice and Michael Jackson. Yeah, just stare at that a little longer. Yeah, I don't know. It just bothered. I was like, I don't know why that's happening. Why is that on my screen right now? Pain. What I'll say about Ice Spice, she has a dedicated following of fans. That's really nice.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. Nice. Like, your fans really like, cause like, sometimes she'll like rap something and I'm like, that's not the best. Like, yeah, it's not the best rap I've heard, really. But your fans are loving it. They're eating it up, and it's like they're loving it. So, like, more power to you and to those fans. That's cool.
It's a different generation, man. It just is. That's like all I can say.
That ain't got nothing to do with the rap being weak. I like tons of younger rappers and stuff. Like, look, she just. Like, I see the comments on her video. People be like, look, she's getting better. I was like, y'all willing to wait. That's cool though. If y'all really willing, like, they're willing to be part of that journey.
Oh,
like,
man.
That's cool. It's because she's at such a high public level right now. So that's cool. All right, whatever. I mean that though.
Yeah.
All right. I was trying to give us some time to let Satoshi come back in. We might have to push on to these last two things here. Without the fam. Runner is democratizing storytelling. Yeah, it's gonna do it. I thought this was pretty cool. And just something maybe is worth looking into. But I'll also give my other opinion on this type of thing, right? So, title: Web3 in Hollywood: How Omega Runner is democratizing storytelling. I like NFT projects, like metaverse type projects and things of this sort, right? And so that's more so why I am showing it here, especially like anything that I also like the idea of democratizing movies and the production of movies, getting more fan and audience input into certain things. I think that'll make them better. I think that makes storytelling better. Like, you don't want like too many chefs in the kitchen, but like we've seen too many movies or shows where the fans could have obviously made it that much better. Halo, for instance. And like, that's not to say that like I enjoyed the show when I was watching. I enjoyed the show, especially if I wasn't a Halo fan at all and I was just coming into some like action type of thing. I probably just enjoy the show. However, it's not the type of show, or not Halo enough even to like draw me to be like, yeah, I gotta finish it, because I haven't finished it. I probably got like 3 or 4 episodes left. And like, it's just, it's not drawing me like that. I was talking to a buddy the other day, and he was like, "Okay, well, if you could like make like any game into a show, like what would you do?" I was like, "Probably Zelda. Like, that would be ridiculous. Like, if you do it right, there's no way you don't break the internet. You break the internet. It's broken."
Yeah, that one's hard though. Like even them doing a lot of things right, that one's hard in general. It's like you kind of have to realize like Link doesn't speak. And it's like, and so you're like doing this weird thing to where it's like this story.
I feel like he speaks for people when you're like stopping, like interacting with people along the way and stuff.
Maybe I haven't played the new one, so maybe he does in the new one. But
Yeah, like you stop and like like when you like interact, but like there's the ha, like I was just like sword slash type shit, but
that one's tough. That one's tough.
See, but I'm like, even still, like let's say he never did speak. Let's say they want something, which would be kind of crazy. But let's say they do that. I still think you could do it right. There's enough lore and stuff like that, and playing with other characters and stuff like that, where you can have this character that is the main, like in the same way that Carmen Sandiego worked. Quite honestly, like like Carmen's barely there. The whole thing is about something else, pretty much, and then it's like, oh, but there she is. Oh, so they got so much to play off. I don't see how you can mess up with something like that. There's of course other things that I think they could do great with, but that's like my one. I always say like that for games, and then like Recess the cartoon. I would love to see made into like, I feel like that's just like you could have some fun there. But yeah, that little tangent just to mention like kind of like what I imagine like the future being for these type of things when you let fans kind of get a little bit more access into this type of stuff. So that's more so why I'm sharing this in general. My other side of this, when I think about anything in this like Hollywood type of realm is, or like what I would call like traditional type of realm, crossing into the metaverse type of stuff, is that they always do it wrong. They always do it wrong. It was like man, I remember a partner, she was like Lily was getting some tokens like back in like the bull run, and she was like, oh, I want to like invest in like movies or whatever, and she found something, and it's like oh, this sounds cool, I like the concept and stuff like that. I don't know about the project though. Like, why not? Everything looks cool. They got yield farming, all the things you were talking about. I'm like, yeah, but it's on Ethereum. And at the like in general, that's not bad, right? But at the time, the bullish move was to be on Binance Smart Chain. It was like Binance Smart Chain is like the king of everything right now. I'm like, if you were coming from the normal traditional world and you were actually like, I'm gonna make my app on Ethereum right now, I was like, you just are not connecting with the people. You're not. And that was my biggest thing. And they failed. They pretty much failed. But like I could see it then. I was like, you're not really connecting with your audience enough. If that's really the direction you're gonna go, like this is the big thing right now, and you're like, forget it. I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah. So that's my one critique. I don't know if they will actually play out this way, but that's what I consistently see from companies that kind of make this type of move over. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong there. Omega Runner, something to pay attention to in this type of category. Good luck, guys. I would like to see what you guys have envisioned here for your metaverse and all this type of stuff. That'd be really cool, but doesn't happen often. Last thing was back to the Arbitrum airdrop, really, which I kind of just left it on this, and I was gonna pick brains about like any last thoughts and things of that sort on the Arbitrum airdrop. Or any? Are you there? Is he there?
Oh.
Hey. Yeah, I was just mentioning that for this last thing, I was going to go back to this Arbitrum airdrop. See if there's any last comments on market or this, or just how we're feeling going into the weekend next week.
As far as Arbitrum, I'm hoping that some of my plays over there are going to be blessed very soon. As far as the market, basically, I guess I hope the same for the market. Hope it continues to bless us. I'm seeing some people starting to flip short. People starting to, crypto Twitter was flipping short. fucking raggedy bitches, but you know, we'll see what happens.
Oh man, I like that. I like that.
Oh my god, that reminds me. I saw like was it yesterday? Like Trump arrest was trending on Twitter, and like the top post was somebody being like, "Yeah, Trump is not being arrested," and this and that, like kind of like dismissing it. And the second highest post was somebody that wrote, when you click on Trump arrest and Trump hasn't been arrested, and it's like a picture of Michael Jackson. Like with the big afro, and he's pointing like this, and he's like, "You raggedy ass bitch." Bro, it just like made me spit my coffee out. I was like, this is so stupid, bro. What's wrong with the internet?
Oh man.
Hey, people just like, who did that? Who was like, you know what I got in my back pocket? I just be throwing this at people all the time. So I guess. But yeah, let's do like a little wrap up. How are folks feeling today? And let's just look at this because we talked crypto today. So just to look at it real quick. This is what that's.
Look at GME though. Look at GME though.
GME. What we got to look
GME.
at. Oh, well, you know people don't like to make sense over here. Okay, though.
this is GameStop, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Reddit was like, no. Everybody grab your Guy Fawkes mask. Let's go.
This reminds me of something. I'm just saying. Smells very bullish around here.
It does. I mean, like, look, I was listening to crypto people and stuff, and everybody's like, the immediate short term was the market dumped and stuff. But again, as we were covering before, market dumped, but it only dumped like it didn't dump hard enough because, like, if you were in the market 7 days, as long as you were in the market for the last 7 days, you're good. Yeah, I messed it up. We gotta go.
They fucked you up, bro.
Yeah, I had to click that.
They tried to shill. They tried to shill their shit coins on you right there.
Yeah, they did. You're still up 10% on Bitcoin. You're still up 3% on Ethereum. You're up 2% on There's like nothing that you're down on. Cardano, it's having a field day apparently. People are like, wow, you can get the same APR that you can get on other blockchains for crappy, like on Cardano. Yeah, it's happening. I don't know. I might move my Cardano over there. You might as well. I'll play the game. I'll play hop Cardano. Try to get some yields up over there. They got Jet. I can mix it with Jet. So I'm like, whatever. I'll play that. I'll make it stronger.
All right.
But yeah. Anything from you, Infinite? How are you feeling? Wrap this up
with the Arbitrum stuff. I hope you guys are blessed. I hope it does work out. May your fortunes be blessed.
Thank you.
You normally don't got it, but that's okay.
Normally don't play that.
I wouldn't say I don't play that. I'm just currently.
Normally does not play that.
Okay. All right. I don't play that. I don't play that. Yeah, per normal, obviously, just because of the way you guys word things, obviously there's always opportunity. Don't let my bearish opinion sway you from any opportunity that you can have out there in the market, because I feel like I have to say that because it's like you guys shame me so hard, man. And I'm like, I feel the shame. I am not stupid, sirs. I know you're talking to me. I know you're making fun of me.
He shames you. I'd be like, I agree with everything the Infinite has ever said.
That's not true. That is not true. Look, I can't force people. I'm not trusting anybody. I'm just living life.
But yeah, I am bearish. I'm looking for, the height rakes to stop, and then for the businesses that are going to fail, for them to fail, and then we'll be off to the races again. Then we can be as bullish as we want to be everywhere, all the time.
Right.
Gains.
You do know that Jerome Powell, like today, he did say that they were considering pausing rate hikes before today's. Yeah, so he's like, we were considering that. Yeah, so that was like on the table, and it was like, oh yeah, we just, it was just like a case that we didn't, but we're looking at, and so they were like, so it sounds like you're pretty much done. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get inflation down to like 2%. That's still like our goal, but in terms of like, do we need to keep continuing these rate hikes? It's like a maybe.
Well, yeah. So
they kept being like, it's a maybe. Like people would be like, no, we want like an answer. So like, how serious? It's like, it's a maybe. It's a maybe. It's
strong. He was like, he said that. What did he say? I'm trying to figure out exactly how he said it. He was like, basically, they're at the point where they're not sure if continually raising the interest rate is gonna be what they should do. That's kind of what he said. But he was like, "We're gonna keep raising the interest rate." He was like, "We're gonna keep raising it."
Yeah.
But
he said
we don't know if it's helping or not.
He said that we were moving out of an ongoing raising of interest rates, rate hikes, into like we'll see, like, you know, more so like a playing it by ear type of thing. So he's like, yeah, but it's like it's no longer ongoing. What does that mean? No, that's not saying we're not going to. It's like, okay.
Everything I heard was as people were like, well, he needs to raise rates, you know, but the only thing he needs to worry about is if he doesn't raise rates, it may make people think that more banks are really close to failing, and so you kind of like knock the confidences in banks. And so a lot of people that I listened to were like, he needs to raise it in order to kind of ensure that we're kind of okay in that situation, and that no matter which way you slice it, inflation's still up. So, you know, you're either A, going to make everything fail, and then maybe inflation will come down because, you know, things are failing, or B, you raise the interest rate to kind of tackle it. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's just a tricky situation. But that was why I'm under the impression that they're still going to raise. And like you said, this might be the last one. It just depends.
So there's not another meeting until I think May, right?
I don't know.
I think that's what I heard.
Potentially, yeah. I know they do their little breaks.
So Smurf,
my take, my feeling things is not moved too much. I'm not too shaken. I think short term, this looks like when I look at the charts today, I look at it as a buying opportunity, and I'm like, oof, the buying opportunity. That's currently how I see things. However, if there was like some type of significant dip that continued, like let's say in terms of Ethereum, when I'm looking at this, if we dip down to like 1500s, I'd be considering something like that, or 1600, like low. Even if like we started to go into the 1600 range, I'd be like, okay, there's a potential for like things to keep going like down to 15, 14. But it doesn't feel like that right now. Right now, it kind of feels like you have like an opportunity to buy in for the low, like based on like kind of the trajectory of things recently. Like that wasn't a black swan, the FOMC meeting. It wasn't a bank collapsing or anything of those sorts. And other than those things happening, even before FTX, the market has kind of been going up and to the right. You needed something like that to happen to derail it. So that's kind of just where I'm seeing things. But yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Yeah.
I gotta do a victory lap real quick, y'all. I'm sorry, but
Do it.
I need you to go look at this OXO chart.
Oh my goodness, they said victory chat.
I gotta do it. And do it on Dex Tools too. Don't fucking bring me a goddamn fucking CoinGecko chart.
Yeah, come on. CoinGecko they have the legit, bro.
Nah.
It's always accurate.
Actually, no, fuck that. Go to CoinGecko. Do it. I dare you. I dare you.
It's like never accurate. It's like they just decide like whenever they like the token officially launched on this day. And it's like, dude, that has been out for a year. Who said this? Who did this? Like,
I did it.
Yeah, starting down here on the page because I know this is what you care about. This 1,500% increase in 30 days.
No, I want you to look at how much it went up since we were on the podcast last week.
Oh, last week is 228%.
All right, you can turn the stream off now.
220. That was it. All right.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but the light is beaming on my face. I am a god among peasants.
This is Satoshi walking around the house afterwards.
That's wild, man. Yeah.
I don't know how much you think I did make, but I did make. And you push people down, you know.
Man, I'm just trying to hold, trying not to paper hand.
I feel that that's gonna be me tomorrow with this Arbitrum airdrop. We'll see how that plays out. Again, I got percentages to do.
You need to go ahead paper handed, bro.
You said 90%. Like, what do you mean?
I'm probably gonna do that. I have to find, as long as I find these leverage exchanges that I can use, I probably will do something like that. I think I'll probably sell like 90% and then push the rest to like go leverage long on the high side, and I'll just try to make it that way. So probably
Me and Satoshi over here like 25%. Smurf's like, yeah, 90%'s gone, y'all.
Maybe. I'm just throwing out numbers. It's possible. It's possible.
90 is a lot, bro. I was like,
but it's only 90 because I would be leveraging up to also to that exact same value on the long side. I would like whatever I took out, I would long and make my long equal to the amount that I sold. And so I would technically but it would be a small portion. I would just leverage it a lot. And so I'm sitting in cash, and then I'm still being like, yeah, and I'm betting on it going up. And if it goes up, then I just make a bunch of money on it going up, and I still got the initial money.
My boy
go ahead and short it though.
Is at the horse races. That boy Smurf is at the horse races, y'all. He's like, hey,
put 1 on 5, 1 on 3.
My man is at the horse races, y'all. Hey, I'm getting paid today.
That's exactly how I saw it, because that's how I was treating my tokens over the last week, where it was like, should I get into this play? Like, I got that ARB airdrop coming on right there, so you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a little extra. It's okay. Hopefully, let's see. We'll see. It'll be a 1 penny. I'll be like, dang, okay. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's been another episode of Trustless Degens. 20. Do we say 23 today? It might be 24. I think we had a Jordan episode last week. Man. Yeah, we had a Jordan.
We getting old.
Jordan was last week. This is Kobe.
Okay.
We'll see you guys later. Oops.
Peace out, y'all.